Hey, welcome. So, we all buy things every single day, right? Your morning coffee, a new phone, maybe even a car. But have you ever stopped to think that every single time you do, there's this powerful, invisible set of rules that's got your back? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the laws of buying and selling right here in Singapore. And trust me, you might be surprised by just how much power you really have.
Oh, we've all been there. That feeling of pure frustration when a brand new gadget just gives up on you, or that shirt you just bought falls apart after the first wash. It just feels so unfair, and you're left standing there thinking, okay, now what?
Well, the good news is you're not helpless in that situation, not at all. The law actually provides a pretty powerful shield for buyers, and in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly what that shield is and how you can use it.
So, to really understand our rights, we have to start at the very beginning. We need to figure out what legally counts as a sale. And you know what? It's probably way more straightforward than you think.
Okay, so here's the official breakdown from Singapore's Sale of Goods Act. Now, don't let the legal language scare you off. It really just boils down to two super simple things. A seller agrees to give you something they own, and a buyer agrees to pay money for it. That's it. That's the heart of every single transaction.
And this, right here, is the crucial part. You don't need some 20-page document signed in triplicate for a sale to be official. Just telling a shopkeeper, yep, I'll take it, and handing over the cash, boom, that's a legally binding contract. Even the simple act of picking something up, walking it to the counter, and paying for it, that action implies you agree to the deal. A contract was just made.
Now this is where it gets really powerful. The very moment that sale is agreed upon, the law automatically writes these hidden guarantees right into the deal. These are protections you get whether the seller even mentions them or not.
Think of it like a baseline of trust that's built into the system. The Sale of Goods Act, which is basically the main rulebook for all of this, implies certain conditions are met with every purchase you make from a business. These aren't optional extras the seller can decide to include. They are the guaranteed legal minimum, period.
And of those guarantees, here are the two heavy hitters. First up, satisfactory quality. This is the big general one. A toaster should toast, a pen should write. You get the idea. But then there's fit for purpose. This one's a lot more specific. If you walk into a hardware store and tell the owner you need a drill bit for concrete and they sell you one that just shatters on contact, well, it wasn't fit for the purpose you clearly stated. So what does satisfactory actually mean? Well, the law looks at the whole package. It's not just about whether it turns on. It looks at the appearance and finish. So no deep scratches on a phone that's sold as new. It has to be safe, it has to be free from annoying little defects. And, this is a big one, it needs to be durable enough to last a reasonable amount of time.
This one sounds so obvious, doesn't it? But it's literally the bedrock of every single sale. Section 12 of the Act guarantees that the seller actually has the legal right to sell you that item. Without this, the entire deal is invalid. It protects you from accidentally buying something that was never legally theirs to begin with.
All right, let's tackle a concept that honestly trips a lot of people up, but it has huge real-world consequences. We're going to figure out the exact moment that ownership and, more importantly, the risk of an item passes from the seller to you.
Okay, just imagine this scenario for a second. You've just paid for a shiny new laptop online, and you chose in-store pickup. But before you can go get it, there's a fire at the shop, and that laptop is destroyed. Who takes the loss, you or the seller? The answer might actually surprise you.
Okay, take a deep breath for this one, because this is where the law gets a little weird. Just look at this flow. For a specific, identifiable item, like that one laptop you picked out, the default rule is kind of shocking. The moment the contract is made, ownership can legally pass to you. And right after that, the risk transfers. That can happen before you've even paid for it or taken it home. So in that fire scenario, legally, you could be the one who loses out. It's a really powerful reminder to always check the fine print for big purchases.
So, knowing all these hidden guarantees are in place, what actually happens when a seller breaches one? What can you do when they sell you something that's faulty? Let's look at your options.
The law tries to create a balance here. If the seller breaks a core condition, like the goods aren't of satisfactory quality, your main power move is the right to reject the goods and get your money back. But on the flip side, if you, the buyer, refuse to pay, the seller has something called a right of lien. That's just a legal term for their right to hold on to the goods until you've paid them in full.
But wait, the Sale of Goods Act isn't your only protection. For everyday consumers like us, there's an even stronger tool in the toolbox. It's famously known as the Lemon Law, and it's part of the Consumer Protection Fair Trading Act, or CPFTA for short.
And this right here is the Lemon Law's secret weapon, the 6-month rule. If a product turns out to be faulty within 6 months of you buying it, the law automatically assumes it was defective from the very beginning. This is huge. It means the burden of proof totally shifts. You don't have to prove it was faulty, the seller has to prove it wasn't.
The Lemon Law gives you a crystal clear, step-by-step process to follow. First, you have to give the seller a chance to either repair or replace the item. But if they can't do that, or they take an unreasonably long time, then you can move to the next step. You can ask for a price reduction, or you can ask to rescind the contract, which basically means canceling the whole deal for a full refund. It's a very clear hierarchy.
And please, if you remember one thing, let it be this. You'll see those signs all the time, right? No warranty or sold as is. But here's the thing. As a consumer, those signs do not erase your legal rights. Your protections under the Lemon Law are statutory. That means they are set by law, and a simple store policy cannot take them away from you. So there you have it. From the simple, implied contract you make when you buy a coffee to the hidden guarantees of quality that come with it, all the way to the powerful 6-month safety net of the Lemon Law, these rules are all designed to make sure there's fairness in every transaction. It really just leaves us with one final thought. Now that you know your rights, how will you approach your next purchase differently?